Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry that the top of my head is cut off. That's fine because my hair is kind of gross right now anyway. For today's video, this is not even what I had planned. I wanted to do a different video, but then, I don't know, I sat down and I was like, I'm just gonna do this instead. And I just wanted to kind of update you guys on just like personal little things that you may not know about me and see if maybe we have anything in common. I don't know, I just wanted you guys to get to know me better, and then I can get to know you better, and then if we have anything in common, let me know in the comments below. But before we hop into that, I wanted to share with you guys the tea that I'm drinking today. I'm having Yogi Soothing Rose Hibiscus tea. Just so you know, even though it says it's an herbal supplement, because technically it has herbal infusions, it is still a green tea. I actually thought that it was going to be caffeine free. Most of the teas that are listed as like herbal teas, they actually don't have any of the green tea leaf in it, but the first ingredient in this tea is an organic green tea leaf, so you definitely taste it. So herbal teas I usually steep between 5 to 10 minutes, but green teas I usually steep between 2 to 3 minutes because otherwise it becomes really bitter. So definitely make sure you watch that if you wind up buying this tea, otherwise it can come out to be too bitter. And if you want a stronger flavor, use 2 bags instead of just steeping it longer. It's just going to be way too bitter. So you definitely taste the green in it. It is a little bit sweet, but it's brightening, it's uplifting, it's going to help your skin. It's a really good detox for your skin, and I like it. Alright, so let's hop into the 23 things that you may not know about me. The first is that my birthday is June 21st. I was born in 1993. Born in New York, raised in New York. I've never lived anywhere aside from New York. Next, my boyfriend Pat and I, we met in Rockville Center, New York, at a bar called the Dark Horse. I hadn't really gone to a bar before, and so it was kind of ironic to me that we met at a place called the Dark Horse. Do you find that ironic, or is that just me? I don't know. Also, our very first date that we went on, it was in Long Beach, which was the town that he was living in at the time, when I was still living with my parents, and our first date was 10 hours long. We were sitting in a restaurant for literally 10 hours straight, and then eventually I was like, all right, we should probably leave because these waitresses think we are nuts. The fact that we were just sitting there, we were just sitting across from each other at a table just talking for 10 hours. It was crazy. Next thing is that I'm introverted to an extreme level. I really don't hang out with anybody, unfortunately. Sometimes I get a little bit of like FOMO because of it, but I'm so introverted. It's really, really difficult for me to have a social life. It's just, I just need to be alone a lot, like 95% of the time. I hate movies. I don't watch movies. People make movie references and even TV references to me all the time, and I have no idea what they're talking about. Like things that people are like, that's such a classic movie, how do you not even know what that is? And I'm like, I have no idea. I just don't watch movies. The only things that I will say is, you guys know I love The Office. The Office is my favorite TV show. And I'm also really into Game of Thrones right now, so that's something that I watch. And then my favorite movies is a toss-up between She's the Man, which has always cracked me up, and I fell in love with Inside Out. I saw Inside Out, I wanted to see it because I knew that something about it was going to resonate the right way with me. And now every time I watch it, I literally sob. Like I am sobbing, like tears streaming down my face, and like I can't breathe. That's how much I love that movie. It's just, it makes me really emotional. So yeah, I love that movie, and that's pretty much it. I am addicted to popcorn and Coca-Cola. I cannot go without it. But what I will say is that you guys know I gave up coffee this year, and I've just been drinking tea instead of coffee, and it's been a little bit rough. I have my days where I'm really in the mood for coffee, especially when people around me. Somebody around me the other day was having a latte, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna break, I'm gonna get one. This is like so bad, but I didn't break, thank God. And now that I see that I can actually do it, I'm thinking about the second half of the year, I'm going to give up soda. I'm gonna give up Coca-Cola, and I don't know if I can do it, but I think I'm gonna try and do it. But popcorn I'll never give up. I actually even have a popcorn machine in our home, so I've just always loved popcorn, especially Smart Foods white cheddar popcorn. Like nothing in the world compares to it. I have an extreme phobia of water, especially. Planes second and taxis third. Taxis, I have no idea where that phobia came from. I just feel like I don't trust strangers driving me places, and I feel like I'm literally asking to be kidnapped. I don't know, it's just a fear, but I guess I need to get over that fear. Planes, I don't like, but I've been getting adjusted to it. Again, you guys know, like my plane literally almost crashed when I was going to Alberta back in 2013. I think it was 2013. And it was a horrifying experience, and I wouldn't get on a plane for quite some time after that, and then I finally have been adjusting from it as of like last year. 2 years ago, I took my first plane again from New York to Washington, D.C. It was such a short flight that I was like, all right, I can do this. I can fly there. It was like a 45-minute flight, so it was fine. And then ever since then, I was like, all right, I can do it. So now I've been making little strides. I'm a little nervous because at the end of the year, I'm going to be taking a much longer flight, so I've been getting anxiety about that. I know it's at the end of the year, but yeah. And also water. I like won't even go in a pool. That's how much I am afraid of water. Water absolutely petrifies me. So the thought of flying over water is like, it's the worst thing in the world. My personality type is INFJ, which apparently makes up less than 1% of the world, which helps me understand, I guess, why I have a hard time making friends, because some of parts of my personality like contradict other parts of my personality. So I think that that's why I have a little bit of a hard time with that. I don't know if you guys have ever taken that test, but it's a pretty cool test. Actually, Patrick and we have complete opposite personality types when we took those quizzes, which is so strange. I am a natural redhead. I used to dye my hair blonde like when I was like 14. I thought I was cute and I wasn't. But I am a natural redhead, and my right eye is green and my left eye is half green, half blue. My favorite color was always purple growing up, but I think now my favorite color is white. I own white everything. I love white. To me, it's just like a clean slate. It's bright, it's fresh, it goes with everything. Everything is just always happy that way. I still love purple. Purple comes in a close second, but my favorite color is white. I wear men's cologne. I do not wear women's perfume. As weird as that may be, I just like it so much better. Cool Water in particular is my favorite. But I will say my boyfriend's mother wears perfume, and it's a Gucci perfume. She was going to tell me the name of it. I never wound up asking her about it again, but it smells really good, so I think I would wear that. But other than that, strictly men's cologne. I hate shopping, which you would think that I wouldn't, because I'm such a girly girl, but like that goes back to my whole personality situation. Like I have really girly interests, but like not the girliest personality. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just weird. I just don't like shopping at all. Shopping online is okay, and I do like food shopping. Food shopping is like so relaxing to me, but any other shopping, just no. I don't know how people go shopping for fun. My favorite quote is, "If someone tells you no, you're talking to the wrong person," and I read that one time and I was like, wow, this is like the perfect answer to absolutely everything, because there's always a way. There's always a way to do anything, to be anything you want to be. You just have to look for the solution. I homeschooled myself at the end of high school, and I had kind of like decided late that I was going to skip 11th grade. So when I decided to do that, that was also when I decided to homeschool myself. I had to take tests, like I remember every Friday. I had to do like homework and stuff like that. But then I had to take tests like every Friday from like 2 to 4 o'clock at the middle school that was in my town, just to like be able to pass the test to make sure that I was up to date on everything, and I had to hand in a bunch of work. But we had a meeting with the Board of Education, and they allowed me to do that. They allowed me to homeschool myself, so I was really grateful that they allowed me to do that. I have a hard time committing to my goals because I have so many interests. I'm literally interested in everything. There's nothing that I am really turned off about. With like different hobbies and stuff like that, especially when it comes to anything that's creative. I will always have a want to do absolutely everything, and so it makes it really difficult to stick with one thing. My biggest pet peeve, oh, this makes me so mad, when people feel entitled or they like expect things from other people that they aren't even putting in effort for. Like, I don't even know where to begin with this. This is how much it irritates me. Like when people think that the world owes them something, or like they can't understand why certain men won't like them, or certain women won't like them, or they just feel like everyone like should be doing everything for them. I just don't get it. Like I don't know where that entitlement comes from, and it drives me absolutely insane. My favorite book is Wild at Heart by John Eldridge. It is a Christian book. I highly recommend you guys read it. It had completely changed my life. I know that I've talked about it briefly in videos prior to this one, and it really helped open my mind to the importance of letting Jesus into my life. Wild at Heart is actually intended for men, and its partner book, it's called Captivating, is intended for women. I just happened to read Wild at Heart at first, because it was a recommendation from one of my friends who happens to be a guy. So he recommended that I read that, and so I read that first. But it was just so life-changing that I always recommend that one first, just naturally. But if you're a girl, try Captivating. I love cats so much. Like, I really do. And I know I talk about them so much, especially, like, I remember last night we went out to dinner with our friends, and then I was thinking about it when I went home. I was like, we had a conversation about cats with our friends for probably at least 45 minutes at the dinner table. Like, they probably are so sick of hearing me talk about cats, and I'm like, I felt really bad after. I was like, I talk about them so much, but I really love them so much. Like, I would take in any cat that is just like right off the street. Like, I feel like sometimes I'm the cat whisperer. I just love cats, especially my little monkey. Even though she broke my phone a few weeks ago, and then today she broke my iPad, and I'm really mad at her right now. She's just so cute. Like, I can't even stay mad at her. My biggest regret, is giving other people power over my emotions, and I don't know why I have ever done it, and it's actually a mistake that I make quite frequently. It's not something that's just like a one-time thing, or that I ever fully have mastered to not do that, but that has always been my biggest regret, and I make sure now that people have zero power, like absolutely zero power over my emotions, unless it's my immediate family or Patrick. If I hit lotto, what I would do is I would pay off my student loans. Can't wait to get that out of the way. I would get a new car, get Patrick a new car, buy a nice house for us, make sure that my parents' like mortgage and all of their stuff is taken care of, buy my siblings houses and cars, and then likewise for Pat's family as well. And then after that, I would invest everything, and then everything from the investment that I was making per month, I wouldn't say it would go towards a charity, but it would go towards something good. So like, if I could directly know like where the money's being put, even if it was like paying off a random person's student loans, or like buying someone a car who is in need, you know, like fixing up somebody's house, just doing those kinds of things every single month to make sure that I'm doing something good with it, and that I can directly see where everything's going, and something that, you know, it's going to something that I feel is beneficial, then I would definitely do it with that. Also, I'd probably wind up owning my own like tea room or something like that, or like a shop, or a tea room connected to a shop. I don't really know what my dream job is. Like I said earlier, like I have so many interests and so many different hobbies, but I think I would obviously love to have like an international like pageant title. I would just love to somehow incorporate YouTube pageants and a brand into my dream job. However, that's gonna happen, but I'm gonna make it happen. So my best and worst habits. My best habit is I read the Bible every single day. I'm on a yearly plan for the Bible. So I make sure by the end of every year I've read the whole Bible, and I think that is definitely the best habit I have. My worst habit is caving into my cravings, especially my food cravings, because you guys know that that affects my mood. I did a whole video on nutritional therapy. If you didn't see that, definitely go watch it. It's really important. And when I cave into like really bad cravings, I get so moody, my energy changes, just everything, my whole life just kind of like turns upside down. So it's really important to me that I have to make my nutrition a major focus this year. What I look forward to most this year, I actually have my Miss New York pageant in early April. I'm looking forward to that like immensely. I'm also looking forward to going back to Puerto Rico at the end of April for another photo shoot in the rainforest, which is going to be so fun. And also in November, Patrick and I are going to England. We're going to visit all over England, and we're also going to go to Paris. We were originally going to do Scotland and Ireland, and then as of the other day, we decided on Paris. And I'm really so excited about that. Like, I can't even put it into words how excited I am. And the last thing that I wanted to share with you guys is why I blog. I blog to express what is on my mind at that moment. I know that I have so many different interests, and sometimes I feel like drawing isn't enough, or dancing isn't enough, or just competing on stage isn't enough for me, and sometimes I just need an outlet to sort of be able to put my thoughts and my feelings and my interests all into one, and I feel like for me that's with YouTube and my blog. So it makes me genuinely happy, and it feels like a genuine form of expression, so I just love doing it. And you know, whether or not this channel takes off, I just know that I love doing it anyway, so I'm always going to do it. And then, yeah, that's it for this video. So be sure to give this a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and turn on those bell notifications, because I do put out new videos every Sunday and Wednesday, and I definitely want you guys to watch it. So, especially because I would definitely like to grow this channel, but if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world, but it'd be a big plus if it did grow. And if you guys didn't watch my last video, you can go and click right here. I showed you guys my 10 most used skincare products for the winter. So go and watch that. And I will see you guys this coming Wednesday, which I'm really excited about this Wednesday's video. So definitely make sure you check back on my channel Wednesday. You'll see what it is. I'm excited about it. All right.